I'm here with the Melvins at Grumpy's for Batch 15. I saw your show today. It was really good. It was the second concert I've seen. I saw Weird Al last week.
That was better, wasn't it? No? Oh, we're better than Weird Al? Really? Wow, that's amazing. Louder, well, yeah. Louder
I really
than Weird
like
Al.
your hair. It kind of reminds me of Rob Tyner from MC5, who does your hair.
Do you like Rob Tyner from MC5? You do? Wow, amazing. I don't do anything with my hair. I just let it do what it wants. See? I wash it and cut it once a year, whether it needs it or not. Some years it doesn't need it. But I like Rob Tyner as well. I think he's great. We love the MC5. How can you not? You have to. I can't believe you're already into the MC5. That's amazing. Good work.
You guys do a lot of covers. How do you decide which ones to do?
Well, we decide the ones that we actually can play. That's the deciding factor. If we can't play it, we don't really try to play it. But we're big fans of music, so it's always fun to play covers, and lots of bands play covers. It's fun. It's a lot of fun. But today we did a Wipers cover. We're big fans of that stuff, and I feel like we're just trying to honor the song because we like it so much. That's all it is.
If you could cover on an entire album, which would it be?
Oh man, entire album. I don't know. If I could, any album?
Yep.
Let's say Tommy by The Who.
What?
Tommy by The Who. Do you like that record?
What?
Do you like that record?
Yeah.
You do? Wow, I'm impressed. That's the right answer. Always just lie, even if you don't know the answer. Yes, sounds great. Yeah. The truth will not set you free.
Sometimes.
No, never.
Do you guys ever make mistakes when you play live?
Oh yeah. The best part is when we don't make mistakes, but that rarely happens. So you get used to the mistakes and you learn to enjoy it. That's just like Hunter S. Thompson when he said, when you go to Vegas, learn to enjoy losing.
You have a lot of bass players. Do you have a favorite, or is there someone who worked well with you and Dale?
Oh, I've liked all the bass players we played with. It was never a question of whether I liked playing with them or not. It was always some other thing. Problems that hopefully you'll avoid in the future. Your parents will explain that to you.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
You have a really cool voice. Who are some of your favorite singers?
Oh wow, I don't even know where to begin. I'm a big fan of Tom Waits, Captain Beefheart, Howling Wolf, Rob Tyner. Those are 4 good ones right there. I could go on and on. I'd be a big fan of Miles Davis if he had actually sang, but he didn't sing.
Do you get a hot wearing that long robe, and why do you wear it? Is it why you have a fan?
I have a fan so I don't pass out, but I started doing that long before I started wearing the muumuu. The main reason for the muumuu is because I don't look like I'm in a heavy metal band. That's the point. I want to look like a freak. This guy here knows a little bit about that as well.
I do. About what?
Not wanting to look like you're in a heavy metal band. You don't want to look like you're in a heavy metal band, right? Yeah, see? See? He knows. He's in the business, of being against heavy metal. So that's the main reason. I don't want to look like everybody else. It's not hard to do. I think it's attractive to not be exactly. Why would you want to base your entire existence on someone else?
Yeah.
I've never wanted to do that. I never wanted to be anybody else, ever. So.
When you are on tour, who does all the driving? What sort of music do you listen to in the car?
Well, I listened to all those bands that I just talked about, like, Tom Waits, Captain Beefheart, the MC5, Miles Davis. I love Miles Davis, probably more than anything else. I listen to lots of Miles Davis, Electric Miles mostly. I'd like to drive myself because I don't particularly feel comfortable behind the wheel when someone else is driving. I like to be in charge. So I think that's a good idea. I don't mind driving, so that's cool. We're big music fans first. The first thing we are music fans. So it's always great to put on, you have a long drive or whatever, you put on a whole album and listen through it. Maybe an album you might not have even thought you would ever listen to, And that's what I love about iPods. They stopped making iPods. That's too bad. I loved having, even if it was inferior sound quality, I loved having thousands of songs with me at any given moment that I can pick from and make a nice playlist. I love that. I'm willing to put up with a little bit shitty sound so that, oh, sorry. You've never heard that word before, have you?
Shitty?
No, never. Oh, yes. Yes. I love kids today, I'm willing to put up with that so that I can have a lot more with me. Same as I love a Kindle. I can bring the Kindle. I can have hundreds of books with me. I love that. I love it. I love to read. Do you like to read?
Kinda.
No. Why not?
I'm not a big fan of reading. It's
Why?
just like you have to sound out words and stuff like that.
You'll get better at it if you keep going. There's a world of amazing stuff out there that you'll find by reading. I think you'll enjoy it. Don't give up on it. It's one of the most important things you'll ever do. I think. I don't know what I would do without books. It'd be a lonely world for me.
If you weren't in the Melvins, what do you think you would be doing?
I'd like to be a paid philosopher, but no one's offering. Let's see what we can do. Work on it for me, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
If you had 3 wishes, what would you wish for?
Oh man, I don't even know. I don't know. Really, honestly, I'm married. I love my wife. We have 3 dogs. There really is nothing better for me than knowing that I can go home and lay down on the bed with my wife and our dogs and watch a movie and not be in debt to the IRS. Everything's fine. I really couldn't ask for more than that. Nothing I could ask for would make me happier than that, really.
Do you play any sports?
I love sports. The problem I always had was I didn't like people who played sports. But I'm an avid golfer. I golf all the time. Love it. I got my handicap down to single digits for the first time ever. Golf in a lot of tournaments. I love playing and watching baseball. I'm not a big fan of sports that have clocks, though, like basketball or football. But I like all the non-clock sports like tennis, golf, baseball. Love all that stuff. If I could, I would have a basketball hoop at my house to play. I like to play, but I don't really like to watch it.
I hear that you play golf. Have you ever played with Alice Cooper?
No, I haven't. And like I said, I do play golf. I love playing golf. I would play with Alice. I don't know where I'd see him. I generally just play municipal courses in LA. Believe it or not, I know it might be hard to believe, but country clubs don't like me. When I walk in, they take one look at me and they don't want me there. I don't feel too welcome. If you play in a municipal course, you don't have to worry about it. So that's pretty much where I'm at. Alice probably doesn't play a lot of municipal courses, so I don't know where I would see him. But, if somebody offered to play, I would do it, but, I'm not going to go looking for it. I'm a big fan of Alice Cooper. I don't know how much I'd want to hang out with him. Not because think he was weird or anything, but because sometimes it's not good to meet people that you really admire. You know?
Do you like to watch sports? Do you have season tickets?
No, I don't have any season tickets. I would love to have them, but I rarely have the time to do that. Like in the summer, when the only one I would buy is baseball. In the summer, I'm generally gone on tour. So what I'll do is I'll go to the games I can go to when I'm at home. I live in Los Angeles and big Dodgers fan, you know. I like National League Baseball. Of course, here, and the Twins are American League team, but I'm not as big a fan of the American League. I'll watch American League games for sure, but I don't like the DH, the designated hitter. I think the pitcher should have to bat. So. That's where I'm at with that.
Do you like watching movies? What are some of your favorites?
I love watching movies. I think it's one of the most ultimate art forms that there is. Storyline, music, visuals. It's a great combination of things. My favorite movie of all time is this movie called The Treasure of Sierra Madre, which I think is a great movie. I've watched it at least 100 times, maybe more. My second favorite movie is Lawrence of Arabia. So those are two classics. My favorite director of all time is John Huston, who directed The Treasure of Sierra Madre. David Lean directed Lawrence of Arabia. Omar Sharif recently died. He was one of the stars of Lawrence of Arabia. And Peter O'Toole died as well. And I think this year, or maybe last year. But I went this year on a quest when I was in England, and I went to T.E. Lawrence's house that he lived in right before he crashed his motorcycle. So that's how big of a fan of that movie I am.
Do you have a favorite actor?
Actor? No, I don't have a favorite actor. No. I think the more important thing in a movie is the director, you know?
Did you have a favorite cartoon character as a kid?
Oh, man, so many. I like the Warner Brothers cartoons with Bugs Bunny and stuff like that. I like those a lot. I liked the Johnny Quest cartoons a great deal. Those two, I would say, I really particularly liked a lot.
Yeah, I like those two too.
I love them.
Do you have a favorite junk food?
I don't eat too much junk food. I guess I'm a fan of food in general, but I don't eat a lot of sugary foods or anything like that. I guess my biggest vice would be like a Diet Coke. You know, once in a while. Sometimes a couple a day, but not too often. So.
Oh, Buzz, how are you?
Do you have who is the most famous person you have met?
Man, the most famous person I've ever met. Oh man, I don't know who that would be. Nobody too impressive. Off the top of my head, I don't know. No idea. I've never met any presidents or anything like that. You know, rock people are, okay. I went to. She was obviously dead, but I went to, like I said, T. Lawrence's house. That was great. I went to Flannery O'Connor's house that she lived in before she died. That was my rock star moment, you know, that kind of thing. Going there. I mean, I've been such a fan of those books. See books. You got to do that. That I almost started crying there because I could see all this stuff. And she had lupus really bad, died of lupus, and it was amazing to do that. I was probably more impressed with that than anything else. You know?
Where were you born? Where do you live? Where do you have any brothers or sisters?
I was born in Washington State, in the middle of nowhere, in a town of about 900 people. I moved to Los Angeles, or moved to California in 1986, 87, and I've lived there ever since. I've been in California for in Los Angeles for 23 years. I moved down there because that's where my wife lived, and I wanted to be with her. So I've been down there a long time. Love it there. And I can't remember what the last part of the question was.
Do you have any sisters?
Oh, I have a brother and a sister that I rarely see. They don't like California.
How often do you practice?
I play guitar almost every day, you know, unless I have something severely, pending. But I practice all the time. I love playing guitar. It's great. It's what I do, you know.
Do you and Dale ever fight?
Do I what now?
Do you and Dale ever fight?
No. We get along great. We might have a few arguments about stuff, but nothing big. No big fights. No, we like each other too much for that. We work well together.
Do you like playing at Grumpy's?
Love it. I love everything about Grumpy's. It's great. We don't play anywhere else when you come to town. Why should we? It's a great vibe. We love Tom. We love everything about it. It's great. No, we don't do anything different.
When you are in town, do you stay at Tom's house?
I have in the past, but normally we stay out of town somewhere. You know, rarely in town. You know?
If you had the change to only be on AMREP, would you?
The chance to only be on AMREP? Yeah, but Tom's not really, he's not really a record label. You know, it's just more like a project thing. So we love to do stuff with him, but I don't think he wants to be a record label, like a normal record label. You know, so.
You guys should do an album with you on drums and Dale and playing guitar, singing.
Great. So we instead of being a hardcore band, we'd be a mediocre band. Maybe I play a little drums, but you know, I'll let him do it.
Do you like to read?
Read? Love it. Love reading. It's one of my favorite things in the whole world.
Do you have a favorite artist?
Maybe Francis Bacon, Hieronymus Bosch, George Andine, Tom Hazelmeyer. There's some. Check those out. Those are good. Francis Bacon's really good. Yeah. Andy Warhol, of course. Love Andy Warhol.
So are you done? You could say thank you.
Thank you, Buzz.
Thank you. I appreciate your interest. It's great. You did a great job. Continue reading. It'll get better.